Turbo trainers and rollers have flown off the shelves this month as everyone turns to indoor quarantine training. But what happens if you haven't got a trainer? We thought we'd help you solve that problem by making our own and showing you how we've managed it. Follow me. So, I'm going to level with you, I am terrible at DIY. Flip it, eh? Oh, my arms are getting lactic already. And I've never used power tools before either. No, I know how to do this bit, right?
How do you do it?
No. But this isn't stopping me. I'm going to see what I can build. I think I can do this. Got my hard hat, ready to go. Got morale, that's all you need. And also, I've roped in my brother-in-law. So wait, you come wear this, you get some uniform. A bit baggy, but we'll make do. Now, I've decided to build a pair of rollers. I want to get that realistic feel of riding on the road. So it's going to be a bit of a challenge, but I think we can manage it. But first, we need to amass some essentials. So I'm trying to stick with things I can find around the barn here and not go to the shops. I want to stay at home, don't want to go to the shops for this. So if you follow me, we'll see what we can figure out and what we can amass and build for these rollers. Right, so kind of a clutter corner here, and there's a load of random stuff about, but what I've liked the look of is these fence stakes. Pretty solid bit of timber. This is going to be my next set of rollers. 4 of those. 4. Luckily we have quite a few. Not sure what this purpose. Oh, that's a bit wet, that one. Need to go for a dry set actually. Right, next up, got some bearings and nuts and washers. So, found these lying around. I think there's a few old spares. Then I found some, I think it's aluminium. Basically 3 rods. In the spares drawer, there's those spares lying around. So I've got 3 rods. I'm going to use these as the axles for my rollers. I think they should do the job pretty well. I think they're wide enough. Now, there's a whole heap of junk back here. So, I'm looking for some PVC piping. Something like this would do the job, but obviously semicircular. But what do you think to this? This'll do. Yeah, that'll do, that's perfect. Nice and smooth. Pretty strong. And I think I can get three chunks out of that. So, perfect. What do you think, Zoe? Zoe? Got some spray paint just to customise it a bit, make sure it's in GCN colours. Nigel says I need this, but I don't even know what it is, so Nigel's going to have to show us. I think it's to do with gluing the drill. I'm excited to learn how to use this. Tape measure, that's very important, especially with such a big bike. You need to make sure these rollers are actually going to be long enough. Now, Nigel says we need a sander. I've got no idea why, but we need it, so we'll get it out. Need a saw. Maybe we need an axe just because I think it's cool, saw and an axe. Final item, and I'm going to aim to use this, okay? I'm going to aim to use it, but I'm not sure if it'll be successful. I'm going to use this as the band to drive the rollers between the front and the middle roller. Now we're going to try and lay them out and figure out how we're going to actually make the frame for the rollers.
I'm thinking we take one of these planks, cut it in half and use it as our top and bottom piece, and then bring the long planks to meet like that.
Right, the next conundrum we've come across is how we're actually going to join the 2 different timber slats together. I've proposed we use a hammer and a nail. What do you think?
Both.
Both.
Both. I think because it's a set of rollers and it's going to shake and vibrate so much, if you were to take a hammer and a nail, it'll fall apart within a few minutes. Yeah. So what we're going to do is measure an end piece that we can use for here and for across here also. So I think I have a bit of timber that might be long enough, considering what we had a minute ago was a bit too short. Let's see, this could be long enough.
Oh yeah, that'll do, Nigel.
I think we're almost there.
It's pretty long, yeah?
Yeah, that'll do, yeah.
Bit of pigeon with it as well.
So I'm going to take a jigsaw because it's easier than using a handsaw. It's quicker. So I have my mark. And that should leave me with a piece that is 57.5 centimeters.
Perfect.
So we go twice more.
That's easy with this saw, isn't it?
Yeah. And what we'll do is, instead of measuring it each time, we know that our first piece is the right length, so we'll use that to take our next measurement.
We need to fix all these sort of width bits of timber onto our fence post. So we've got some pretty heavy duty screws we're going to use for this, and we're basically just going to screw in, so 6 holes, screw it in, hopefully that'll be nice and sturdy, and then we'll flip the rollers round. So this is kind of going to be our base. And we're also going to do a bit of cosmetic work, and we're going to chop off the ends of the fence posts.
Because they're going to be useless to us.
Nigel told me that I need to make a line just to follow, so we're just going to chop these bits off. Which way do you hold it, Nigel?
Start turning it over, yeah?
Right, so, and what do I do? Just put my foot on and...
Well, you're going to use the edge of the crate to give yourself a straight line. So you bring that in nice and close like you have. I bring that a bit closer. So if I was you, I'd bring this crate out there. So if you can have for a second, you're going to put your thumb on the edge of the saw and pull back slowly once, just to give yourself a groove. Like that. And once your groove is started, then you can actually start sawing.
Flip it, eh? Oh, my arms are getting lactic already. Yay! Woo! I did it! First bit of sawing in my life. Be rid of you! Plank number 2. Oh, you're way faster than me. So that's the plank sawn to the exact same length. The main foundations to our rollers. Okay, so this is my first experience with power tools. And Nigel's explained to me how to do this, so hopefully it goes well. I'm gonna keep my weight on this beam, and then we're looking for a straight hole through. We've marked a little spot that we're gonna drill, and we're gonna do this on all 6 slats. Right, so we've brought our rollers outside because we're going to give them a quick sanding, and this is because we're going to spray them once everything's finished. So I've never actually sanded wood before, so this is another one for brother-in-law Nigel. What do I have to do?
So you turn it on, you hold it down, and you can leave it do the work for you.
Yeah, that's good.
Around over here.
All good?
Yeah.
Time to build our rollers. We've got our PVC piping, and we've hit a bit of a road barrier, and that is a fact. But basically we need a 40 centimetre roller, and we need 3 of them. So that would mean we'd need 120 centimetres of PVC piping, and we have 117 centimetres of PVC piping. So we're going to have to bodge this, folks. First roller.
It's not too bad, it's okay. Okay.
Okay. Right, next up we need to figure out how big, sort of, I don't know really what you'd call it, the disc. We're going to make some sort of kind of...
We're going to make it like a wedge that's the internal diameter of each piece of PVC. So we're going to take this piece of timber and we're going to cut a piece that's going to fit in and wedge into place inside of each of these really snug and tight.
Whack it in with a hammer to keep it nice and snug.
Probably give it a bit of glue as well to make sure it doesn't flex or move, because when the roller spins it's going to want to pull.
And then we're going to fit the bearings to that piece and drill a hole through it, and the axle's going to fit in between it.
Now, the fact that they're not going in there now is what I want, because
we have to hammer them in.
we'll have to take a little bit off each of the corners to make them a bit more round, because obviously each piece of pipe is round and those have square edges. So I'll take the sander to these, take a little bit off each corner, and then they'll go in nice and snug.
Day 2 of our build, and we're hoping to finish things off this morning, making our way down to the barn and our little workshop. Now I've just got his coffee. Made quite a lot of progress yesterday, but went a bit slower than I thought it would. Although I think we can finish off today. I think we got it. We made good progress. Off camera yesterday, we tried out our method of how we're going to actually assemble the rollers. So we made these wedges which fit either side of our PVC piping, and then we've got the bearing hole in the wedge, and it works. Thankfully, because if this didn't work, we were in a lot of trouble. So this isn't glued, we're going to super glue this. So now, this morning, we need to do the rest of the rollers. So, we've got our 2 other PVC pipings. We need to sand down the corners of the wedges so that they fit in the roller. And then we're going to get a circular drill. What's it called again, Nigel?
A hole saw.
Hole saw. We use a hole saw to make the hole in the wedge, and this fits the bearing perfectly. So then the bearings just pop in neatly there, the axle goes through, and then our roller is finished. This is the hole saw, so that's a solid bit of kit there. We've sanded down all of our wedges, and so we have 6 of them, and they all fit into our PVC. See how snug they are? Just go in. The wedges are done, and we're getting there. So, next up, we need to glue the bearings into the wedges so they can hold our axle. And to do this, we've gone for glue. And this glue is extremely strong assembly adhesive. We're just wiping the bearings down too, just to make sure there's no dust on there. We just want a clean surface, make sure everything glues in properly. And I'm using my finger for the glue, so just a bit on the finger. Got to stick stuff this. How'd you get it out, Nigel? Just pull it, push it hard.
Just push, squeeze the handle, yeah.
Squeeze it. Oh, jeepers.
Yeah.
Perfect. So there we go. The bearing nicely glued inside our wedge, thanks to brother-in-law Nigel again. And we need to do this 6 times again, so that's all of our wedges glued in with their bearings. Okay, right, next up in the roller build is fitting our wedges to our PVC piping. And for that, we're using our strong adhesive glue again. And you saw us sanding down the PVC, just sanding down these areas to make it a good surface to glue the wedges to. And we use a lot of glue here because we want these wedges to stick. Because if they don't, when I try and ride the rollers, it's going to all fall apart. Now we need to get the axle into the PVC roller, and this is the tricky part in our build because we need to put the axle into the wedge, and then we need to glue the other wedge the other side. And whilst we do this, we need to keep everything steady and not let the other wedge fall out of the piping or mess up any of our gluing. So yeah, it's definitely proven the trickiest part of the build so far.
So we've got to take this axle, put it through the wedge we have glued.
Right, the other side.
Come out the other side, hold it in place, and then hold it steady while we get the other wedge on the other end of that axle and glue that in place. Scrape it. There we go. Yep. Just gently push it in.
Okay, now we're going to put them aside, let them dry. I think we're going to take a lunch break now because we're getting hangry. Right, so we're making the little grooves for the rollers to sit into, and we were going to use a jigsaw, but we've decided it's too dangerous. So Nigel's going for a saw. We're just going to cut kind of a V shape, I guess. Mainly the aim of the game is just getting these grooves in where the roller nut will fit nice and snugly into the frame. So we've got our first 2 chisel points in our frame, and we're going to test out the rollers. And it's in. Woohoo! There we go.
Not bad.
Chat, Zoe.
There you go.
There we go. Chiseling our wood. Here we go. Oh, we're in. Look at that. Look at that roller set. Yeah. Right, so next phase in our build, the painting phase. They don't call me the Banksy of GCN for nothing. Gonna go to the red first, the red of GCN. Oh, that's cool. Right, the finishing details now on our design. The all-important GCN logo, and I'm no graffiti artist, so forgive me if this looks pretty rough, but we'll give it a go. The painting was definitely my most favourite part of the whole build, and I think you'll see the GCN logo is absolutely resplendent there. That's a fine piece of art, if I say so myself. So, the plan now, we're leaving this set, the paint's going to dry, going to put it away for the night, and then tomorrow I'm going to ride this thing. But for now, time to get a good night's sleep and come back in the morning and ride these bad boys. Right, we're back. Day 3 of our roller build, and the paint has dried. And today's the day we're going to test our rollers out, but we still have a few things left to do. We've got to fit the rollers into the frame, and we've got to get a band which will drive the rollers as I ride. Right, and these are the rollers. The paint's dried, as you can see, as I'm holding them. And I'm just checking the glue. Not sure if you can see that. It looks like it's set pretty well. I'll go red in the middle, and then we'll go black at the back, and white at the front. They're just slotting in nice and easy like this. And we can give it a proper spin now. It's pretty bumpy. It's going to be like cobbled rollers. Spinning fine though, staying in place. And they're rolling, ready to go. And we've gone for a kind of drive belt band. We found this in the barn, but you can buy these online. Just give it a Google, drive belt band. We wrapped this kind of farm twine around the roller 3 times, got insulating tape to secure it in place, wrapped that around loads of times as well to create a ridge. And this ridge then stopped the band falling off the side of the rollers when I was pedaling. Once the rollers were in the frame and the band was attached, we just wanted to really make sure that the rollers wouldn't pop off out of the frame when I started riding them. So Nigel found some old metal at the bottom of a drawer, got his angle grinder out, cut them down into rectangular chunks, and then we secured it to the frame with a drill just to make sure the rollers wouldn't go anywhere. And it worked. And with that, the rollers were finished. The work was done, the scene was set, and I was ready for my date with roller destiny. Would the rollers work? Would they hold up to my weight? There was only one way to find out. I'm actually genuinely nervous. Right, let's do it. I'm not even sure what tactic I'm going to go for. I haven't ridden rollers in ages. So I think I'm going to get on. I'm going to get on and then, oh, it's so high. Right. Right, come on, Connor. Right, here we go. Will it work? It's taking my weight anyway. Oh, it's bumpy. We're going. Oh, we're going. It's working. I should take my hand up. Oh. Oh. Right, I need to pick more pace up. Change gear. I'm going. I'm doing it. Hey! DIY rollers! That's how you do it! Success! Oh, that's a relief, it works. what, you gotta pedal hard. Something's making a big noise there, right? That's it. Whoa. Oh. There we go. Oh, well, we did it, Nigel. High five. Oh yeah, elbow.
Yeah.
Well, that's it, we did it. We made our own rollers. Thanks everyone for watching. We had a great time, and I'm still exhilarated, to be honest. My heart's still pounding after riding on these things. But let me know in the comments section below what you think of our rollers. Really love to hear from you. And if you've got any submissions of your own rollers, please send them in to the GCN app. Oh, tell you what, Nigel, I'm hungry after all that. It's hard work.
Yeah, bit of dinner, we go.
Yeah, let's go, dinner time. Thanks for the help, by the way, Nigel. I couldn't have done it without you.